What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Litecoin today, LTC USD. Hit that like button, subscribe, and thank you all for being here. It is the 12th day of June, and we've got quite a lot of negative things to talk about today. Hit that like button, subscribe, thank you all. Let's get into it. $43 is the price, $42.92. We have 18 days left in this month. We've got about, what is it, like 10 hours, 48 minutes left in this day. Consolidating at the base of this range. I want to talk about this on the monthly time frame before we get into the short-term stuff, okay? I do believe a few things, okay? First, I want to say I do believe Litecoin does recover a little bit from here, and I do believe that we'll see higher prices, maybe even, above 80 bucks, 100 bucks, something in that area there. Or anybody who's been accumulating over the last however many years now, it's 2022 to 2026, about 4 years, you'll have another chance to sell at relatively high prices within this range. Unless you bought the exact top every single time, you should be in good shape, and even still good shape to take slight losses, slight profits, or even exit at a neutral position with the recovery that I imagine we see within this year, if not sometime next year. But I do believe that what we're witnessing right now is the death of Litecoin, which is crazy. It's crazy. Litecoin was a coin that I was very, very much convinced was going to see new all-time highs. Very much convinced we were in a ascending triangle, and we were in an ascending triangle, but we've broken out now ever since. There's a chance that this was a fake out and that we would recover. We didn't recover. We didn't fake out. This has been persistent. We've gone lower. We're down 17% this month already. We're not even halfway through this month. And what I mean by the death of Litecoin, guys, we've seen something that is pretty pretty incriminating whenever it comes to the death of any altcoin that's ever existed. Is that we've seen lower lows relative to the last bear market. I can't think of a single altcoin that's ever existed. I can't think of one that had lower lows from bear market after bear market that ever came back. I can't think of a single one. And I'm not saying that Litecoin's dead, as in, but perhaps over time, perhaps over time we do that. There will be moments of volatility. There will be times where you're down here and you see intense pumps out of nowhere, and you get a 10x move. It's not that Litecoin is forever moving down. There will be tradable opportunities with this if you're paying attention to it, but what do I mean by the death of Litecoin? I mean that if you're a long-term holder, death. If you're holding for the long term, you're not getting this. You're not getting new all-time highs. It'll be death, unless something new happens. I mean, there's always a chance that things can change. There will be the first crypto that I can think of that has seen lower lows in a bear market and yet still sees new all-time highs at some point. That will happen. Could it be Litecoin? Could it be Litecoin and a bunch of other coins? Sure, it's possible, but at this point in time, it's kind of, I think, time to call a spade, man. You've got lower lows. And that's very unfortunate. Now, I started off by saying I think that we will see some recovery. Because I mean that. I do think that we will see, and maybe it's from here. Maybe we go lower first, and then we recover later. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor. This is the worst time to sell in 4 years. It's the worst time to sell in 4 years' time. So I wouldn't sell here. Even if the price goes lower, I don't think it goes dramatically lower. I would think that we see some type of recovery. I would look to sell, personally, anywhere from about $70 to maybe $110, $111, something in that range there. And if we look at this from a high, perceived high, to this low, the golden ratio is kind of in that box, but I would assume that we go lower. Again, I do assume that we would go lower. However low we go. Let's actually see if we can figure that out. This is completely inappropriate what I'm about to do, but we're going to do it anyways. Low to high. Let's imagine we go all the way down to this 1272. Golden ratio would be as high as $96 to $87. Golden ratio here would be $82 to $91. Golden ratio from the golden ratio would be at $75 to $85. So I think $75 to $95 if we could switch things around. We might not even see prices above 100 again. And when I say again, that doesn't mean forever, but at least anytime soon. In the midst of this right now, I do believe that Litecoin probably does go lower. I don't assume that we're going to see prices above $70 before seeing prices that are below $30. So if you want to hop off the wagon now, it's the worst time to sell, but it's going to get worser probably. If you can hold through it, sometimes it's worth holding through to inevitably sell at a higher price or sell at a neutral position. Because I would imagine most people bought in this, $90 to $60 range. That's like the heart of this zone. I would imagine that's where most people probably bought, and I do assume that we'll at least see that in time. But it is unfortunate as far as what's going on here, man. We look at the monthly time frame. We've never seen more bearish readings on the RSI, rejecting the overbought zone. We've never had a bull market where we rejected the overbought zone. We look at the stochastics; they're oversold. They're bearish, but we've seen longer stints of bearishness. We can absolutely be in this area for a longer time, and the MACD is really starting to pick up momentum here too. I think we're in a perfect storm of sadness. we're really in a perfect storm of sadness here to go lower. We look at this from a relative low. I don't know if this is an appropriate low to take. Maybe it is. Maybe it isn't. Let's just see. Nah, you look like you're respecting that. Let's take this low. Let's just see. Or maybe this low. Yeah, I think that low's fine. You take this relative low here. Being that we found support at the 382, I would imagine in time and potentially even by the end of this bear market, maybe sometime in 2027, you will see prices that are below not just $28, but around $12. In time, over time, you'll be working your way down to this golden ratio. And again, maybe what we do is we hit this 382, we come back up and hit this 236, you go down to $28, but then you find support and you rally up to about $88, $85, $75, whatever the case may be, right in the heart of this range. And then you work your way down over time. I'm having a hard time imagining that you just move down like this, right? Because then we're getting into the next bull market time frame. The next bull market should be 2028, 2029. So it'll probably not be as clean as that. There will be moments where you probably get exciting, you move up again, but in time, I do think we'll be working our way down to this golden ratio. And that's probably like a far, far time frame away. I mean, that's like 2030, 2032, somewhere in there that we work our way down here. It might even be later than that. But I would assume that we come back down over time as time goes on. And because of that, I don't believe it's a good long-term hold. But I do believe that as time goes on, at least in the short term, between now and 2030, maybe between now and 2029, we should see prices that are back above $80. Even between now and sometime in 2027, we should see prices that are back above $80. But here in this current bear market, I would think that we do work our way down to $28.42, $28,420, somewhere around there. That's my thoughts. That's really what I wanted to come out and say. Litecoin has been depressing. It's been one of the bigger flops that we've talked about on this channel, but that happens. We're going to have flops in the future. We're going to have winners in the future. We're going to have flops in the future. It's just how it happens. Let's look at the short-term stuff. On the short-term scale, weekly time frame here, you've got bullish divergence, okay, on the RSI. That would be good for a move at least to $52. And again, not financial advice, not a financial advisor. I did say in the beginning, and I mean this now, it's probably not the best time to sell. Even if we don't get up to $85, $75, something like that, $60, I think $52 is a much better area to sell, maybe $61 here, something in that area. If I was looking to clean my hands of Litecoin, that would be the zone that I'd probably do it, because I assume before we get to this area, we're probably going to move lower, probably. And then maybe in time we'll come up here, but you never know. From here, we could move up to that area right now, and it would be a terrible time. I mean, it's very much a terrible time to sell now. You look at this, you got bullish divergence on the RSI, bullish divergence on the MACD on the weekly time frame. Daily time frame here, a little bit of bullish divergence in the RSI. No bullish divergence on the MACD, it looks like. But you have been red for quite some time. It would make sense that we move up in a short amount of time from here. Low to high. 1272 holding it as support. Golden ratio. I mean, yeah, something around $50 to $60 would be my guess for recovery here. Probably closer to $50. I got nothing else to say. It's heartbreaking. It's always sad to see a trailblazer, an OG coin, going to the grave. And that's effectively, I think, what we're witnessing here. And it might not be, again, I'm using these dramatic words. I don't think the Litecoin is just going to do this, right? You look at this, it's probably not just going to do this. To get to this target, it's going to take time. I mean, it could be well into the 2030s that we finally see this price action come to life. And there will be moments of opportunity throughout there. It's not that it's not worth paying attention to until then. It's just, in my opinion, if you're looking to hold this thing for 10 years or more, you're looking to hold this for long term, retire on it, that's not worth it. It's not worth it. Had serious prospects here. You didn't perform well, and not only did you not perform well, but you've given up significant structure, guys. Significant structure that we've been forming for over 4 years, and really even beyond that, this ascending triangle structure that we've been forming since 2018. Never seen a coin that's gotten lower lows, bear market after bear market, that went to new all-time highs. I'm sure they exist, or if they don't exist, I'm sure they will exist, but I don't have hopes that this is the one. Hit that like button, subscribe, take care. See you on the next one. Bye.